I'm assuming we're pretty much equal on number one.
Well, who do you got?
I got Christian McCaffrey.
Yep, same.
Yeah.
And let's just reiterate some insane stats for you guys. His volume is just outrageous. If you just average the past 2 years, this is taking his 3 games last year and expanding it out to was his 16-game pace.
Yep.
Averaged with his 2019 stats. His average over those 2 years is 409 total touches, 2,196 yards, 25.5 touchdowns, 121 targets, 103 receptions, 26.5 points per game.
Yep.
The cheat code.
Yep.
The personal cheat code.
Yep.
Should be number one. Any draft, any format, doesn't matter.
Yep. Yeah, what's crazy is, I mean, just looking at, skipping last year since he was hurt, but looking at 2018 and 2019.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, it was only a 3-game. He only played 3 games last year, but if you extrapolate that 16-game pace last year, it was better than 2019.
It's true. But he's just seeing 90% of snaps. And I honestly...
It's not changing.
I don't see it changing.
He's too good, and he's not an injury threat. Yeah, he got hurt last year.
Right.
He played 16 games before that every single year, seeing in 2019 and 18, incredibly high volume.
Yep.
It's going to be more of the same.
Yeah, I don't see anything changing. I think he had like a high ankle sprain and like a leg issue or something, but some other stuff. But for the most part, Christian McCaffrey is very healthy. And, the one thing that I was worried about last year was with the new coaching coming in, are they going to change his roll up? They didn't.
Nope.
Nothing crazy is going to happen again this year other than that there's going to be a new quarterback. But I think this is something that is going to make him even more reliable on is you have a new quarterback coming into a new system, and it's just going to be the Christian McCaffrey show.
Yeah.
Dump offs, hand, whatever. He's going to see everything. So he needs to go number one. Kind of can make a little bit of an argument if you wanted to with number 2,
think so.
But I don't have that. My number 2 is Dalvin Cook.
Same.
Big fan of Dalvin
incredible.
Cook.
He is incredible, but he is number 2 for me.
Here's where my argument for Dalvin Cook, where he could possibly sneak in to some people's number 1, is just the fact that he had a league-leading 66 touches inside the red zone last year.
That is a lot.
That's insane. Again, Christian McCaffrey didn't play.
Yeah.
But still.
I mean, yeah, even in just 14 games last year, he saw 352 total touches and had 17 touchdowns in 14 games.
Yep.
22.6 points per game. I believe that would have been second right behind Christian McCaffrey last year in total points per game. If he played 16, he would have been the number 1 running back.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just absolutely crazy. That is Dalvin Cook's offense. Everything runs through there. I know that they did make an offensive coordinator change up there, but I don't see how it's going to affect Dalvin Cook by any means here.
No.
So he's also been top 5 running back the past 2 seasons. Can't complain because I think he was like number 2 or number 3 last year, or number 1 even. But anyways. And then I think even last year he had was the second most at invading tackles. He's very, very, very
He's
good.
incredible at everything and sees great passing work. He's efficient in the passing game. He makes, like, he's one of those running backs he's great at short yardage and he's great at making like 80-yard touchdown plays. Like, he's just all over the field.
Yeah. Yeah. Love Dalvin Cook. All right. Let's go with 3. Who do you got at 3?
We could probably be a little different here, but I ended up going Derrick Henry for my 3.
Okay. Yeah, a little different here. I've got Alvin Kamara, but let's chat Henry then.
Okay, yeah. Henry, it's really just the security at the position, especially if you're doing half point. Full PPR, it might change. It probably honestly wouldn't for me, though. When you take Derrick Henry, you know exactly what you're getting.
Yep.
Last year, over 2,000 yards rushing. If you just average his past 2 years, he's averaging 359 touches, 1,943 rushing total yards, 17.5 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
It's just volume, and this offense is efficient and could be more efficient this year.
Yeah, I think the thing with me for why I have Derrick Henry at 4 is just again, you're going to know what you're going to get with Derrick Henry. It's going to be efficient. It's going to be fine. He's going to get games where he's taken 200 yards.
378 rushing attempts last year at 5.36 yards per carry.
Yeah. And he's going to get the touchdowns. And again, you know he's going to get the touches. And he's almost a lock every year for like 2,000 yards. So, and he gives you those high impact games where, he had 30 rushes for 210 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
Like he'll have those games where, honestly, some of these other guys probably won't have those games.
He had 4 games last year over 33 points. Like just monster games. And I feel like he's one of those players who every year has like a 3 or 4 yard touchdown game where it just goes off.
So I don't not like it. But here's my argument with Alvin Kamara at 3.
Okay.
Is just the reception work. I mean, he again, even in half point or PPR, if PPR for sure, Alvin Kamara needs to go ahead of Derrick Henry. Half point, I see the argument, but 107 targets last year. He ended up, I don't have his receiving touchdowns on here, but I know he had 16 touchdowns.
So he has 21 total touchdowns.
So 21 total touchdowns, which is insane. And I can't get over in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, week 16.
54 points, I think it was, or 55.
It was a lot.
66 touchdowns. I mean, I just got demolished, and I can't get over that. And so just because of that, too, I'm giving him all the respect. Because, again, he can do both of that. He can do it on the ground, or he can do it in the air. And he only had 932 rushing yards last year.
Yeah. No, it's just super efficient.
It's because he was efficient, and he was so good in the passing game.
Yeah, his 2020 touchdown stats, he had 270 total touches, 21 touchdowns, 22.4 points per game, which is very good. But the reason I have him at 4 and not 3 is just the risk factor. This going to be a new quarterback in this system. We'll see which one is going to be the quarterback. That's the other thing. We don't know the quarterback that's going to be.
Right.
So right now, I'm just taking Derrick Henry over Kamara. Kamara is 4 for me. It's very, very close. But yeah, and there's a little concern. I mean, 2019, he was down a little bit. I mean, his first, second, and fourth year in the league, he was a top 5 running back all 3 years. But in 2019, his third year in the league, he wasn't quite as good. He still finished as an RB1. His efficiency was down, and the touchdowns were way down. That's the one thing since Alvin Kamara's been in this league is he is a big touchdown guy, and he's going to need to get those touchdowns.
Yeah,
and definitely. That's one concern if Taysom Hill's in there.
Yeah, I will say if Taysom Hill is going to end up being the starter, he will have to drop.
Because we brought this up when we talked about the Saints 2021 season outlooks. That short time span, I believe it was 4 games with Chase Daniel. It wasn't great for Kamara. He took a hit there.
When was that?
What do you mean?
You said Chase Daniel.
Oh.
I'm like, I know Chase Daniel did play there.
Taysom Hill. Yeah, I don't know why I just said Chase Daniel.
Yeah, well, there you guys go. But anyways, yeah, no, Taysom Hill, yeah. He took a huge knock because Taysom Hill would basically run option plays on the goal line and keep it every time. So he did struggle with Taysom Hill in there. Now, if he's not in there, then I think he'll be fine. He'll be a lock for 3. Thank you for watching the Fantasy Monsters on YouTube. If you liked today's episode, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel below. We also have a merch store we want you to check out with all new gear that we've got available. That'll be in the description. Also, if you want to see any past videos, you can check that out as well. Thank you so much for watching the Fantasy Monsters. We'll catch you next time.
Have a good one.